Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm retired Fire Captain Chris Judd and we're here to give you an in-depth look at the emergency fire blanket from Prepared Hero. This blanket has kept thousands of people safe from a sudden fire, and in this video series we'll go into why this blanket is getting so much attention. We'll include specifics on the dangers of a sudden fire, how this blanket works to stop it, when and where it can be used, and why every family can get peace of mind by having this very important safety tool in their home. Let's start with a little personal information about myself. I've worked as a professional firefighter for over 25 years. I've fought and experienced the aftermath of many fires in that time, everything from small trash or contents fires as we call them, to huge commercial building fires or wildland fires as well. The same goes for my other firefighter colleagues who have partnered with Prepared Hero. By the way, I should pause here to answer a question that several people have asked. Yes, every single firefighter that you see promoting Prepared Hero products is actually an active or retired firefighter with years of distinguished service under their belts. Like me, they've seen up close the disastrous effects of what a fire can do. Not only can it destroy your home, not only can it have you recovering from serious injury for years or even worse, cost you your life, but we've also seen it destroy family relationships as people point fingers and blame, replaying the event over and over in their heads, wishing they could have stopped it or try in vain to deal with the mountain of medical bills and insurance paperwork. It can all be incredibly overwhelming and can even tear families apart. And the tragic part of all of this is it doesn't have to be this way in many cases. Most house fires can be prevented if you catch them early when they're small. But unfortunately, here's what happens. First, you have the "it'll never happen to me" and the "I just don't have time to think about it" crowds. They make up over 19% of all households that don't have a fire safety plan at all. Then we have the folks who count on old remedies that are just not going to be reliable in every case. Putting a pan lid over a grease fire is only useful if the person doing it is confident enough and physically able to get the fire covered without getting burned and has a proper size lid at the ready. Not everyone does. It's a huge risk that not everyone is willing or able to take. Putting baking soda on a fire is another old remedy that you'll hear lots of people say they were taught by their grandmothers. The problem is with baking soda, depending on the fire, it requires just the right application and a lot of baking soda to put out the fire, often more than you've got on hand, and by the time you find and use more, you've got a messy kitchen and you might still have a growing fire to deal with. Finally, let's talk about fire extinguishers. They've been around for many years, and right along with the smoke detector, they're the first thing that many of us think of when it comes to fire safety tools. As effective as a fire extinguisher can be, they can have some huge drawbacks. Not only can they expire, but many of us don't know where a fire extinguisher is. We might have bought it years ago with good intentions as a just-in-case safety item, but when the time comes, in all that chaos, we will often forget our own names, let alone where we put the fire extinguisher that long ago. And if we can find it, there's often a list of steps that you have to remember to use it, or you have to spend time reading the label to remind yourself of the steps. All the while, the fire is getting bigger and more out of control. And let's face it, a fire is not going to wait politely while you find that extinguisher and learn how to use it. Fire has one job: to consume what's around it. Not being able to stop a fire in time is what contributes to more than 350,000 fires in this country per year. That's nearly 1,000 fires every single day and about one fire every 87 seconds. So by the time you're done watching this video, multiple house fires will have occurred somewhere in the U.S. Firefighters know that the best way to make those numbers go down is by arming every home with a tool that you can get to quickly, use easily, and count on to stop a sudden fire every single time. That's why so many people like you and firefighters like me are taking a look at the emergency fire blanket. Using this to stop a fire does not get any easier. Just drape it over the fire and it's out in seconds. That's all you do. Customers and their families are relieved because they know that having this easy, quick access blanket in the home greatly reduces the chance that they will be one of the 350,000 households who have to stand and watch as their possessions, their homes, even their loved ones are lost in a tragic fire that could have been stopped early. In the next part of this video series, we'll do a deep dive into what this blanket actually does, how it does it, and show you why having it in your home can mean the difference between an inconvenience and a life-changing disaster. And if you're already convinced that the emergency fire blanket can give you needed peace of mind in fighting a sudden fire, click the link below where you'll find exclusive offers just for you to thank you for joining me and educating yourself with this series. Once you've done that, join us right back here for the next part in this series to learn more about your new life-saving tool. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you in part 2.